PA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the San Francisco 49ers and the Los Angeles Rams. And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25.
On the set.
Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Well, this defense for the Rams, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Once again, it's Mitchell, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double-team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lance. And that's going to be incomplete. But, man, his first throw, that nearly went the other way. Instead, it's 4th down. On 4th down, the Niners trot out Mitch Wishnowski to punt the football. It's taken to the 26. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Now Stafford. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing is Stafford. He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw is Stafford. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Taken right on the 30. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
Lance getting this out wide to Ayuk. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And 3rd and 8 now. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Lance and Kittle in sync for the 49er first.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line, he provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
Lance has it knocked free. The ball is loose. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. First down, here's Mitchell. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Lance. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Here's Lance to throw it. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 13-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Back to the ground here, Mitchell. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short game. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rush is just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter. But that time, they were up to the challenge.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. And the first play will be a field goal try. This one from 35 yards away. Myers' kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Stafford going to give this to Akers. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
An extra DB for the 49ers now on third.
59!
Here's Stafford. And that will be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. This is brought in at the 21. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Nearly a huge return as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up the 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And now they'll throw with Lance. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And they'll be stopped at the 28. On a play that started at the 14, they pick up 14.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Lance now on 1st down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Ready, set.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Over the middle, and he's got Gray. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. If points result, we'll call this play significant.
Hey, go steal. Cut.
They run over center with Mitchell. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the
Let's
moment.
go. Steal. Just steal. Ready?
On 2nd and 9, Lance. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Now Lance. Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the Rams are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away? It could cost them a ball game.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back.
So no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Stafford going up top for Cup. And it's intercepted. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find it.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Sean Robinson, too much to handle that time, gets the sack.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
This one caught by Kittle. And he's going to have a first down here. They're also in the field goal range now at the 27-yard line.
Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter.
On 1st down, Lance. Right side, and he finds Gray. Down inside the 10. Touchdown, 49ers. Danny Gray, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead grows to 10-0.
Niners 10, Rams nothing. Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, will just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Stafford.
And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On 1st down, Stafford here. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. There he goes, right side. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Well, no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick 6.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will take us to the end of the 1st half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Rams set to receive the 2nd half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And that 1st half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Stafford.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable 1st half that's carried over with an interception to begin the 2nd half. That's a defeated offense right there. There's still a lot of game left.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle, 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is now 24.
Niners 24, Rams nothing.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Again, it's Henry.
And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34.
But that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. Second and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through. And that's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a third down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Obviously an important run to avoid the 3 and out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation. Pick up the first down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit too. Allows them to get at least one more series of downs in order to get some rest.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
A handoff from Mitchell running left.
And some space here. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
46 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Brings up second and 9.
On second and 9, Lance over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on third and 9.
On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, first down.
That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Striker, check striker.
They'll run with Mitchell.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal.
Lance looking to throw it.
And it'll be intercepted.
And the Rams are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in a mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. On second and 2, Stafford.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Stafford on first down.
This will go to Henry out wide. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Off the fake to Akers. Here's Stafford. Complete. Jefferson the target. On the move past the 40. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 39 yards there, a big one.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
On first down, it's Stafford. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And the Niners are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Hey, check mega.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Another run with Mitchell. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On the move to his left. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance.
And that is incomplete.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw complete there to Johnson.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a 1st down. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
And the Pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Well, it's obvious, but I can't help but say it here. It's never a good day when the opposing defense has more sacks than you have points. The win seems likely, but this defense is still playing for something here. They see that 0 on the scoreboard, and they don't want that to change.
Robinson's got it. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Here's Johnson with a reception.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
A big gain on the play.
Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down.
Got an open man finding Jefferson.
And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
And with the scoreboard against them here in the 4th quarter, this was definitely 4-down territory. Really nice job there of finding a way to get open, and a really nice throw. That sets them up for 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you've got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game. Moving the football, got to be that way to go against them and try and get some points on the board.
And I'm curious on the defensive side if they stay aggressive, because you know they want to pitch this shutout.
Yeah, they have to be aggressive, but they also have to be smart about it as well, because one mistake can turn into 6 points.
3rd and goal.
This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to here on 3rd and goal.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
And he will score. Touchdown.
Van Jefferson
From 8 yards out.
And the Rams are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make it 24-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
It's been a dominant performance to this point, Charles, and this is probably exactly how they scripted this and envisioned it. They got a 3-score lead, 4th quarter, and a chance if they want to continue to pour it on here.
It is their call, isn't it? I mean, the way that they have taken on this game and the way that they have carried this game and have dominated this game, you're exactly right. Do what you want down the stretch. We are in the era of, hey, if you don't want us to do this to you, then you need to stop us. Their call to finish this one off.
Finding room at midfield.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
A shotgun handoff to Mitchell.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
75 yards rushing now for Mitchell. He's got a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Right back to Mitchell here.
And a solid run down inside the 30. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter. Looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
But we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips. They're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it out. We've got them now.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Mike McGlinchey, the Notre Dame man, guilty on that one.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
From the gun, a give to Mitchell.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. So the victory here for San Francisco, and it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for the 49ers,
they're back to 500 as they move to 4-4 on the year.